Hello my dear students. Today in this video we are going to see a very important term, Iambic Pentameter. Before that, let me give you examples of two different poems. The first is Tiger, Tiger. Tiger, tiger burning bright in the forest of the night. What immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? This is the one poem. And the second poem is, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. His acts being 7 ages, at first the infant mewling and puking in the nurse's arm. Now let us see how these two poems are different from each other. In the first poem, you can see it rhymes, it has rhyming words. And in the second poem, we find that the words don't rhyme. You can see in the poem, all the world stage, the words don't rhyme. So does that poem differ from poetry? Because we always believe that poem must have rhyming words. If a poem have rhyming words, then it's a poem. If it doesn't, how does it sound musical like poem? Children, that is because of meter. Meter is rhythm. Rhythm and rhyme gives musical quality to the poem. Rhythm and meter are almost same things, and meter gives musical sound to the poetry. So even if it doesn't rhyme, it has a beat, like da 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 da. Whenever we read a poem, we read it in a particular beat, particular rhythm, right? Now in order to understand meter or rhythm, we need to understand poetry's structure, how a poem is composed. So if you see any poem, it has lines. Each line has foot, and foot is made up of syllable. Okay, as you can see, a line is made up of foot, and a foot is made up of syllable. Line we all know, so I don't need to explain. We are just going to discuss about syllable and foot, and with the combination of syllable and foot, we get different rhythms. So first you understand syllable, then foot, and with their combination, how you get iambic pentameter. Now what is syllable? Syllable is a sound in a word, that too a vowel sound. For example, sleep. It has one syllable because it has one vowel sound, sleep. Guitar, 2 syllable, guitar, 2 syllables. Thank you, 2 syllables. Thank you, 2 vowel sounds, 2 syllables. Amazing, 3 syllables. Amazing, 3 vowel sounds, 3 syllables. Understand, understand, 3 syllables. 3 vowel sounds, so 3 syllables. Now there are 2 types of syllables. These syllables are divided in 2 types: strong syllable and weak syllable. Strong syllables are pronounced loud in a word. For example, guitar. Gi is a weak syllable. Ta is pronounced louder than gi, right? We never say guitar, we always say guitar. So gi is weak or unstressed, whereas ta is louder. So weak syllable is followed by a strong syllable. Another example, thank you. We always say thank you, we never say thank you, right? So here thank is pronounced loudly, thank you. So thank is a strong syllable and you is a weak syllable. Here in this word, strong syllable is followed by weak syllable. Now these are some combinations of syllable. Now let us talk about foot. Once you understand the syllable, we have to go forward and talk about foot. Okay. Now foot is a group of strong and weak syllable, or a combination of strong and weak syllable. For example, to sleep. Here there are two syllables, to and sleep, right? Where to is weak and sleep is strong syllable. And together, these two syllables together are called one foot. Okay? Thank you. Strong syllable is followed by weak syllable. It also has two syllables, but together this is called one foot. Okay? Now there are some types of foot. The first one is I am. It has a weak syllable followed by a strong. We have seen the example to sleep, where to is weak and sleep is strong. So whenever a weak syllable is followed by a strong syllable, that is I am. Trochee. It is exactly opposite to I am. It has a strong syllable followed by a weak syllable, right? Thank you, in which thank is a strong, you is a weak syllable. So here it is trochee because strong syllable is followed by a weak syllable. Third type is anapest. It has two weak syllables followed by a strong syllable. So it has basically three syllables. Anapest has basically three syllables in it. First weak syllable followed by strong syllable. Okay, first two weak syllables followed by a strong syllable. Understand. Un is weak, da is weak, and stand is strong syllable. So whenever two weak syllables are followed by a strong syllable, that foot is called as anapest. Dactyl is exactly opposite to anapest. It has two strong syllables followed by one weak syllable. Okay. Camera. Camera. Whenever we say camera, me, these two syllables are strong and ra is a weak syllable, right? We pronounce ra little slower than camel. Okay. That's why it is dactyl. Now there are two more types of foot, that is spondy and phyric. Okay, spondy is two strong syllables and phyric is two weak syllables. That is not to understand and not to study. We'll move to iambic pentameter directly. Now iamb, you all know what is iamb. A weak syllable followed by a strong syllable, and penta means what? 5, and meter means rhyme. So iambic pentameter is basically a line which has 5 feet of iamb. If you see this example, and all the men and women merrily players, right? Every foot, the first foot is an all, has weak syllable followed by strong. The second foot is the men, weak syllable followed by strong, and women, weak syllable followed by strong. Merrily, weak syllable followed by strong, and the fifth one, player, weak syllable followed by strong. So it basically, the line has 5 foot and the type of foot is iamb. That is why it is called iambic pentameter. Okay, so this is all I wanted to say and explain about iambic pentameter. Thank you, children. Have a nice day. Take care.